Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Hey guys, B-Dog here. Welcome back to another episode on our Farming Simulator 17 Let's Play series. Alright, here we are back here at Goldcrest Valley. Back where we left off here. We were harvesting our wheat field here and getting bales of straw for our little oinklets, or piglets, pigs. So yeah, we took out a loan last episode to help get the big baler and stuff like that, and also a little trailer and a bale fork too. So, right on. This big baler is really a hassle for these, for my case here. But, and actually, while he's doing this, while we're doing this, we could actually have this guy cultivating like he should be. Alright, so, yeah, that way so we can kill two birds with one stone here. So, right on. Set him to cultivate. And let's totally miss our destination here. There we go. Sorry about that. Right on, so let's go ahead and get moving nice and slow like here, apparently, because it doesn't want to... I mean, this is a pretty massive machine for this tractor. I mean, it is bigger than the tractor, so... So yeah, guys, we are carrying on the farmingness here, and be getting the straw bales up to the pigs here this episode, getting them a nice place to lay and roll around in, and then we will also hopefully be seeing some more piggies popping up pretty soon. Yeah, not only are those little, not only are the pigs messy, but they are definitely little horn dogs. Alright. So we are following right behind pretty much this harvester here, kind of keeping the flow of things moving here. We might do this other row right here next to us and then go pick up our little trailer that we got. And then we'll go ahead and load up some bales and take them up to the pigs, and then finish baling the rest of this stuff later. That way so we have like a little stockpile coming up for the pigs. So yes, we might need to pick up a corn header and also plant some corn eventually as well. Mainly because that's like pretty much the pigs' main food, and sometimes they run out of food, like a certain type of food, a little bit faster than others. So we will see what we can do. Suddenly doing the gold, finding all the golden nuggets isn't sounding so bad, because we can really use an upgrade. Boy, are we really struggling here. Oh man, it's not too bad today. Not a bad day at all. So yeah, probably after this episode I'll be taking a break for a couple hours, and then I might come up and run some more episodes here. But that way so my wife doesn't kill me. Alright, so the way I think this works, because I did play before in the mobile version. I know it doesn't really count, but if we do here, we can press Y and it'll poop out the rest of the bales. That is great, because the mobile version you can't do that, and it really sucks because you get those couple straw bales that you could really use, or grass bales, and you can't empty it. Alright, let's go ahead and drop off our big baler here, and let's see, we might actually be able to hook up this our little brander here to our truck. And hopefully we can, but I'm just doing this just so we can get down there real quick because I'm tired of driving back and forth. Alright. Let's go ahead and set our cruise control all lazy like here. Lounge back in the chair, do a nice stretch. Oh, yeah. Can't beat a good old stretch. Alright, so like I said, guys, too, thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. You know, keep the likes coming in, the views, guys, because you know, I hope I'm producing good content that you guys like. It really means a lot to me that you guys are watching, and you know, some of you guys even commenting. That is awesome. Look at that, perfect. We can hook up to this. So, and obviously it's like way too big for the truck, so it's gonna be all slow and stuff, but it's gonna be faster than the tractor at least. Alright, so let's pull out in front of vehicles. Why not? And let's go ahead and get our trailer down here. And we could actually probably pick up that primer with the truck too. Might be the same case as the animal trailer where we're popping wheelies all the time, but who knows? Alright. I love the way this trailer looks. It's a nice little trailer. You know, don't get me wrong, I love the Flegel too, but this is going to be perfect, especially for what we're going to be using it for and what we need it for. So let's slow down here. Whoa! It's got that dual axis throwing me off. Alright. Now we got our wonderful trailer back here. And also here's the tensioning straps on it. So it looks like we'll be able to fit at least, you know, 2 rows. Well, I mean 2 rows wide, but fit a total of 4 rows of bales on here. With, you know, because they are a little bit longer. So right on. So let's go ahead and we will park this guy right here. And we are actually going to go ahead and take off this middle strap just to see what we're looking at here in terms of the bales. So we need to actually go ahead and jump in our other case that's over here and pick up our bale spikes and start spiking up some bales. Right on here. Let's pull in here ever so gently and attach up here. Perfect. And of course, as we are getting ready to have some fun loading some bales, our grain is full. So we actually need to empty this guy out really quick. That way, so we're not paying money out of pocket for this worker that is doing nothing right now. So, darn workers. The harvester's really killing us too. With has such small, you know, has such a small storage tank on it. I love the harvester though; it looks great. It's a great harvester to start out with. It's actually pretty powerful to start out with too. But we really need an upgrade. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump this off really quick here. There we go. And let's rush back over here to unload our harvester here so he can get back to work. Because you are costing us a lot of money. Alright. So yeah, I hope you guys are really enjoying the series so far. I am enjoying making it. I'm enjoying this game. It's a wonderful game. And we are not doing too shabby at it, if I must say so myself. We're hanging in there. You know, we had to take out a loan, and that'll be getting repaid sooner rather than later because I hate having a loan. Meaning game at least. Because loans are kind of a necessity in life if you want to get a good vehicle or if you want to get a vehicle period sometimes. So yeah, he's going to take a hot second here to unload, so we are just going to go ahead and turn off our tractor and hop back into our other one here and start loading up these bales. Alright. So the bales kind of spread out here a little bit, no big deal. And let's go ahead and spike her up here. Nice thing is too, this trailer's nice and low, and look at that. We're gonna be just fine doing it like this. So and if you guys haven't seen as well, I do have a video up with your proper way to load your trailers. So let's go ahead and restrap this guy down here. And we will go ahead and pick up our next bale and put it on top of the other one. Might be able to get a stack of 3 high on. Not sure yet. But they really did fix the bale spikes, because they don't stick like the pallet forks still kind of do to the bales. I'm trying to get a little bit nicely lined up here. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, oh. No. There we go. Restrap again. Boom. Alright, we still have enough room to fit more on the other side here. So we don't want an uneven trailer load. It's just going to cause for it to tip and a mess. Alright. No, come on, get off there. Maybe I spoke too soon on the whole, the bales don't get stuck idea. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Alright, so we will restrap if we can reach it. Might have to do it from the other side here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Looking good. Alright. On to the next one. So yeah guys, I don't really like to cut out a whole lot of footage because I want you guys to experience the game just the way I do. Of course, for some of the footage, for some of like the missions that like take forever, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch harvesting for 2 hours straight on a potato field that your header's like 3 meters long on a field that's like 18 acres because that takes forever, and that sucked. Alright, so of course our stack is not going to be absolutely 100% perfect, but we aren't doing too bad. Look at that. I love the tensioning straps in this. It just adds so much, and it really helps out. So our piggies will have bedding very soon. Alright. These bales are actually pretty big too. I mean, 4,000 liters or however it works. I think it's liters. But that's a lot of straw, so. Alright, let's go for 3 high here. because we can definitely reach. Let's get relined up here a little bit. OCD kicking in, you know. There we are. Look at that. I really wonder how high you can honestly really stack these, because I don't know if the tension, the tension belts really have a limit to them or not. Alright. Nope. No. Alright, there we go. Whoa! Lost a bale. We might need to actually bale a little bit more too, because I don't know if we're going to have enough for an even load. Which I think that was kind of the point anyways, to let the harvester kind of catch itself up here, and then we would go back through it and bale up the rest of the straw that's left on the ground here. All right. There we go. It's a little bit off. I know. Really? It's not that bad. It is to me. Oh. Oh, almost. No wonder. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. It's a nice looking stack. And he's got another full grain tank here, so let's go ahead and rush over here. And we're probably gonna have to empty out this trailer again. I hate that. I hate this trailer. It's way too small. I mean, I guess it matches up perfectly for the harvester that we've got. But we are really feeling it now, where we have to constantly go back and forth and empty and come back and empty out the harvester, and we're going to have to empty out the trailer again. So he's probably going to fill up again before he reaches the end of the field. Alright, so let's hurry up here and dump this off. Oh yeah. Not doing too bad here. Definitely need to get us selling on some of our stuff here to get some money back in the account and get that loan paid off. So I definitely think we're going to eventually get into silage as well. We're just going to need to get another field. We'll actually plant that field with grass and get some mowers, and obviously going to need a little bit bigger tractors, so it will be a little bit before we can really get into that. So yes. Yes. Alright. Well, he might fill up. He might not. I don't know. He might be able to finish it. But this is a big field, and that is a small harvester, so anything can go, I guess. So we'll leave him here. We'll get back to our other job that we've got going on here of loading up these bales. We're probably going to need to start baling a little bit more too. we just took a massive hit for our wage payment. Ooh. So let's go ahead and get our other side of the trailer started here. Might actually be able to fit a small row of bales here in the middle. There we are. So we'll go ahead and strap this guy down here. Look at that tractor. Ah, love it. I love it, but I hate it. Because we can really use an upgrade. Because these things are costing us so much money. It's got a lot of hours on it. Alright. Next bale, here we are. Boom. A little bit off, but oh well. Right on, so here we are. These pigs better like this, because they are a lot of work to maintain. Alright. Next bale, come on up here. Just fits like a glove. There we go. Boom. We might actually be able to fit like a, not a completely sideways row like this here, but a row going this way in. Might be able to fit 3 on top of there. Have a nice size trailer load. Alright. So here we are. Our harvest is almost done on this field. Cultivator's almost done on that field. We're moving along here, guys. We're not doing too bad. Work's getting done, so just gonna have to make sure we get stuff planted for the next harvest. See, I'd definitely eventually like to get off of the pig food bags and just get, you know, get all the crops that we kind of need for the pigs, but that will definitely take a while. So the pig food bags are still going to be our best choice for at least a little bit. Alright. This trailer's looking good. I love this little trailer. It's a handy little trailer here. Very, very handy. So let's go ahead and boom up here, and we will line up as best we can, and we will plop our bale down. go forward just a little bit more here. Yeah, perfect. Boom. Haha. Alright, restrap. There we go. Everything's all locked into place here. And that is it for our bales. We need to probably go back here and we will drop these off here. Sometimes it's weird because I can't. There we go. You really got to get those front loader arms down on the ground before you can detach it. Let's go ahead and pick up our big baler here. And totally miss. Go figure. And boom. There we go. Alright, perfect. I don't know if I have it turned off in the setting, but I don't know why my beacon lights aren't really reflecting. No. Maybe I need to change it in the main menu. We'll do that later. Alright. So let's go ahead and head on up here and we will... He doesn't have a foot. Okay. Yeah, he might be able to finish. Perfect. So we need to unfold this guy here, lower the pickup, and turn it on. Come on, old Betsy. You can do it. Eventually we'll get fancier and fancier and, sorry, I'm fixing my brace here. End up getting a windrower and kind of, you know, scooping these piles up a little bit more. That way so we're not going up and down the field as much. Alright. And they have completed their task, which is perfect. Because that means that we're not paying them anymore. And our cultivator has finished his task too. So let's hurry up and get him over here to cultivate this field. And yeah, we'll be good to go. Alright, back to where we were here. Turn this off. And turn it back on. There we go. Nope, there we go. Alright. Just scooping up some bales here. Oh, such a slow tractor. Nothing we can do about it, so you guys are feeling my pain with me here. So yeah, definitely be actually heading home for Christmas here to see my family. And then my surgery is right when we come back home in January. So, or back here in California in January. And yep, at that time my mom will probably fly back with us to help my wife out with helping me out after my surgery. Because it can get stressful for her, you know, she's got her job she's got to worry about and stuff like that too, and we got our puppy, and you know, in the long run it's going to help her out, so at least for a couple days after the surgeries, that was before I can get my bearing and where I'm at, and you know, well, not really where I'm at, but like, you know, at least get that initial healing process started that way, so I'm able to do a little bit more whenever my mom's not here. So definitely excited. You know, I'm really excited to see my sisters when I get home. It's been it'll be already a year since I've last seen them, so definitely can't wait to get home and see them. And that's the that's the hard part about being in the military. Sometimes it is you are away. You don't get that time that you used to anymore. Being away from home like that. So, and that's a big thing. Is I'm missing a lot. Excuse me. I am missing a lot back at home. Um, Missing my friends and seeing how they're doing and stuff like that. When they're obviously probably doing the same thing. One of them I can pretty much guarantee you he's still smoking a crap load of weed and you know kind of in between jobs. But the other one, he's going to college and he's doing real well. He's looking to be in sports medicine, so he'll be being an athletic trainer. That's what he wants to do. So, that's awesome. He's really got his whole life ahead of him. He's a good man. Me and him have been best friends since we were kids. We keep in touch all the time. So, and then my other buddy, he was in the Marines, and been best friends since we were little kids as well. And he just got married, and kudos to him. But I miss him too, man. It's been too long. But that's what life's like. It's not always rainbows and lollipops. But I have my wife out here, and me and her do well. We get along well, like two peas in a pod. And sometimes she'll yell at me if I spend too much time on the computer and not enough time with her. But I've definitely readjusted, and we spend as much time as we can together. She just got home from work, and I noticed she was tired, so she's downstairs taking a nap right now. Well, I am busy anyways, making content. So, have a little bit of fun here, and then we got a couple errands to do today. Paperwork that I have to get back to medical on my ship, and stuff of that nature. So, yeah, and then got dinner we're making tonight, and we're making chicken Alfredo. I am so excited. But yeah, last night I made a hamburger helper. Told my wife I'd make dinner for her, and turned out pretty good. Even though it's coming from the box, it was nice to have. So, yes. Speaking of hungry, I am starving, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, well, almost 11, but I have not eaten anything yet, and I am really hungry. So after this episode, we might have to go get something to eat, and then we'll catch back up at a later time, because, yep, but right on. So, alright, let's go ahead and finish up this row here, and then we will load up what's left. Well, we won't be able to probably fit all the bales on there. We might be able to fit a fourth stack on top, but I don't know yet. We'll see. And then, yeah, we're not doing too bad, guys. We're doing alright. You gotta hit the highs and lows in the game first before you can really start making those serious cash. And that's gonna bug me that we have 94% done, so we will get to 100 and then toss these bales out here. Yes. There we go. Turn this off, raise it up, and we will poop out our bales here. Never gets old. Alright, so we'll fold this guy up here and pull him over to the side. And we'll finish loading up our trailer here. There we go. Gotta go pick up our front loader arms here, so we need to fit. We'll be able to fit 3 more bales on. And then we'll move the other bales over to another, off to the side. And then as we use our bales for our pigs, then we will come down and pick up more, load up the trailer, and then eventually probably end up moving all the bales up to where the pigs are anyways. but we'll do that later. Alright, so now the big question is, after we get this guy on here, is will I be able to pick up a bale from the one end of it? So we'll find out. There we are here. Easy as pie. And no, not pi is in 3.14159 either. I'm talking like apple pie. Alright, so here we are. Will it work? I think it should. Hope it does. It does. Perfect. Alright, so let's utilize this middle space here to fit a bale. Doesn't have to be perfect, even though I want it to be. And somehow we push through the bottom. And yeah. There we go. And we can always just take this here and kind of nudge it on a little bit more. It's not the greatest, but it's not horrible either. We'll leave it. Alright. I mean, the strap's going across it, so why not? Now, I'm wondering as well. Nope, it's too heavy. Kind of sucks. Because in real life, that's not the case. These aren't... They're heavy, but they're not, you know... They're not to where you can't pick them up. But I guess in the game, your farmer isn't strong enough to toss around some hay bales. Alright. So we've got our next hay bale here. And we are going to load him up. Just like so. There we go. Back on out and reset our strap again here. There we go. And one more bale, and then we will take this up to the pigs. Let's see how hard it is to do this in first person. Can we do it? Might be a little hard, but we might be able to. The thing is I can't see. Oh, we did it. Haha. Wow, actually not bad. Right on. Alright, so here we are. Good to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and actually take our pickup truck here and run down and pick up that primer really quick. I'm going to drop this off and we will get the primer, be right back, and we'll take it up to the pigs. Alright. Catch you guys in a jiffy. And just as I suspected, it's complete wheelie mode. I can't even get my front tires down on the ground. So we are going to have to actually grab the tractor. Maybe. Yep, we're going to have to grab the tractor. We are back. And when I said tractor, I meant tractor trailer. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're going to take this primer here up to the pigs, and then we will catch back down where we have our trailer, and we will take the tractor up there, and yeah, catch you guys here in just a minute. Alright, so here we are back at the farm here. We have our primer here. We're going to actually go ahead and load up our couple bales here, ready to go. That way, so when we get up there, we can just go ahead and pretty much go ahead and give the pigs their bedding that they need. So if I can not be a stooge here and actually get this, there we go. That's really gonna bug me. Get in there. Get. There we go. Alright, so we can go ahead and fit one more bale in here. That way so we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. And then we should be good to go. And then we'll take the trailer up there and then we will cut the episode there. Alright. So go ahead and get our second bale loaded up here. All nice and pretty like. And hopefully not screw up. There we go. Alright, perfect. Alright. Our helpers also completed his task, but we don't need him right now because we haven't finished baling this field. Alright. So let's go ahead and hop back in our tractor trailer here, or our Lizard Twin Star, as the game calls it. And let's go ahead and run this stuff up to the pigs. Alright. Those wide tires really do help in the long run with, you know, going up these hills and stuff like that. Because they are off-road tires, so it makes it a little bit nicer. Alright. So here we are here, coming up on our piggies. You see them all in there, wallowing around. Alright, and here is our dump point, if I wouldn't wreck into it. Here is our dump point for our straw thingy, our straw blower. As you can tell, Mr. Henry the pig over here is ready for some bedding. So we will actually disconnect this here and we will take this back to the farm and come back with the trailer. Catch you guys here in just a minute. Alright, we've got our bales here on our handy dandy trailer and our tractor is struggling. Oh my gosh, we might not even make it. Oh boy. Let's see here. Yeah, he is struggling. Wow. Come on, girl, you can do it. Come on. Alright, we're gaining speed up a little bit here. Here we are. We made it. Alright, that was a little scary. Thought we weren't going to make it there for a second. And the dang camera view keeps scooting all the way to the back of the, back of the tractor because it looks like it's clipping on those. Yep, there it goes. Dang it. Why does it do that? Bugs me. Alright. So we are dropping our bales off to the pigs here. And that way so we have a little bit of a stockpile going on, ready to go for when they need it. And we can really test out our backing up skills because we are going to put it in this side. I kind of keep it close to that. This one has a double. Ugh, this is going to suck. It's really going to suck. And I'm jackknifed. Boy. Nope, nope, wrong way. Wrong way. Alright, so you actually kind of got to steer it in. Nope, 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 nope. Straighten out, straighten out. Alright, there we go. And we are doing horrible. Alright, so opposites, that's his key. Alright, good enough. Hey, perfect! Alright, and last but not least, here we are. I know you are ready to wallow around on your pig thing. Alright, so let's see, what do we do here? We do I to unload. And there we go. Straw is filling up for them for their bedding. Perfect. 6 days. Alright guys, I'm B-Dog. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch up here in another episode pretty soon. by the time you guys see it, it'll be in order anyways. So try to release content, at least a video every day. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you once again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to give a comment on how I'm doing on my videos and if I can improve on anything. Alright guys, catch you later.